Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. So, I figured out what our issue was last run and why we didn't unlock anything on our post-it note, but we're going to get right back at it. It was a great run last time, had a blast. Pretty fun run and quite an ending there as well. But we're going to get back at it with an Isaac hard run. And here we go. Alright, so right off the bat, first thing we're going to be looking for here is our item room. And trying to avoid getting hit, or walking directly into an enemy like that. Honestly, I think I just need to not talk about getting hit. Seems like every time I mention, oh, don't take damage, I end up getting hit by something. Or almost getting troll bombed. Alright, so we're going to get a gold key right off the bat, which is going to allow us to get that bomb as well. Gold keys on the first floor aren't quite as important, but we are going to get this soul heart here. But yeah, gold keys aren't too important on the first floor unless we get something like a library or something like that. And managed to avoid that one, thankfully. Spoonbender, right out the gate. Spoonbender's going to give us homing shots. So this is going to allow us to, or allow our shots to kind of bend, head towards any enemy that we may be firing towards. Great item. Always a fun one to have on any run. There are other items in Binding of Isaac that give you a little bit more direct homing shots. Not quite as much curving, kind of basically home directly towards the enemy. But Spoonbender is definitely a solid one and really makes it easy to hit those shots. Especially at weird angles where you're trying to avoid damage. So we're happy to have it. And, yeah, so far, so good. We will check out our shop, even though we don't really have the money for it. And I think I honestly... Yeah, I mean, we can't do anything here anyway, but we will blow up this and get nothing out of it. Let's check out our curse room. You know, I do have this soul heart here. We're going to get another one, so that definitely made it worth it. I will take these pills. 48-hour energy does nothing for us because we don't have a spacebar item. Let's take this one. And we get a shot speed up, which really isn't huge. It just kind of makes our tears fly a little bit faster. But with homing shots, that could be useful for us. Gets our tear to the enemy a lot faster. And allows us to hit our shots quicker. Let's head right on into the boss fight. Alright, we get Plum. This is a newer boss that I haven't seen very much. A little bit difficult, honestly. Especially for a first floor where you don't really have the damage to take him out very quickly. The biggest thing I found is keep kind of down to the corners when he does that little thing. He kind of tends to bounce off the center of the room. And kind of move around on that bottom edge of the screen there. That attack is a little bit more difficult to dodge, but if you kind of keep your distance from him, probably not too likely to get hit. Oh! And that's a situation there where being on the edge doesn't always work, but we are going to finish this fight up. Only took one hit, but 2 hits. Okay. But we got our soul heart back. So, not too big a deal. We're going to head on down to the next floor. Alright, and if you want to play the seed for yourself, the seed is LVZKLTWG. Alright, so, as usual, first thing we're going to be looking for is our item room. See if we can't get something to make us a little bit more powerful here, give us a little bit more DPS. Green flies there aren't super difficult to avoid, but when there's a lot of obstacles in your way and you're kind of dealing with other enemies that really home in on you, it can be a little bit difficult. So Sci-Fly. This is something, a newer item. And this will actually, any shots that are fired at us, it'll kind of go in and kind of swipe them out of the way. Maybe not those ones, but It doesn't seem to go after enemies, but it does go after any shots that are headed our way, and basically tries to get rid of them before they get near us. Hopefully we can kind of see it in action here in a little bit. There we go. So when we killed that fat fly there, it shoots forward, knocks the bullet away. Honestly, a pretty useful item. There are some fly items that are kind of not super useful, or you don't really think about them that much as something that you really want to get. But honestly, this item is kind of fun to have. Keeps you well protected. Especially like that. I was kind of focused on the enemies to the right of the room, and as that bullet flew towards me, he shot out there. Got rid of the bullet for me. Kept me safe from harm. Got a self-sacrifice room as well as a curse room there. I only have one spirit heart, and I really would like to preserve our deal with a double chance. So, we're going to hold off on that curse room. Hopefully not take any hits in here. Which it looks like we're going to be okay. Because we definitely would like to see what our deal with the devil is. Especially with 4 HP. I would definitely be willing to trade some of that for a decent item out of our deal there. Still not really enough money to make the shop worth it, so I think we'll skip out on that for now. If we come across more money down the line, then definitely something we'll look at, but in the meantime, let's fight Gemini. Okay. Apologize also if I skip any of the boss names. I'm kind of used to playing this solo, so I'll try to keep those little boss cutscenes there and not skip them for you guys. It'll also help me, honestly, learn some of the newer bosses' names, so definitely a win-win. There we go. Trying to get him stuck against the wall there. This is kind of where you want to be. Have him just keep bouncing off your tears. Keep him pinned against the wall there. Alright, and we unlocked Monstrous Tooth, so we definitely have achievements back enabled. We're going to get more HP to throw at our deal with the devil. Let's see what we can get in here. So I'm definitely going to take Gimpy. I'm not super familiar with this item here, but I think we'll take it just to see what it is. Too spooky for me. I'm guessing that causes the fear effect for enemies within a certain radius around us, but we'll find out. Let's head on down. Yeah, there's not really too much left for us to do on this floor. We don't have any bombs. So yeah, let's head on down to the next floor. Alrighty. So I know I alluded to it a little bit in my previous video, but I actually work in shellfishing now. So basically going out, planting clams in the ground, and then raking them up, selling them. And it's a lot of fun. You spend a lot of time out in the ocean, a lot of time outside. Winter's going to be cold. Definitely not the best time to be a shell fisherman, but the summer was nice. Pretty mild weather out here. And definitely a fun job. A lot of different things can happen throughout the day. Today we got stuck on a sandbar because the tide had gone out a little bit too fast for us. So we kind of had to almost semi-lift push the boat off of that sandbar, but definitely was a very physically demanding day for me, so it's nice to kind of sit back, play a little bit of Isaac. Figured I'd throw a video, or record a quick video, and hopefully progress our save file for real this time. The nice thing, too, is once we beat, now that I've figured out the issue, once we beat Mom, we'll be able to actually put our mod back on that will give us item descriptions. Which, again, I think I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video. It's kind of a nice mod, especially with all the new items in Isaac, to kind of learn the new items, kind of see what they do. Also helps if there's certain particular items you don't want to pick up. Kind of gives you that choice. And honestly, the big thing is there's a lot of small passive effects that some items have that may not be directly apparent when you pick them up. So having that descriptor there that kind of tells you what those items do is useful, just in the sense of knowing what those passive effects are and knowing how to use them to your advantage. So it looks like Too Spooky for me is going to push back enemies. Going to push back, or fear enemies, I should say, that get within a certain radius of us. Which is why the creepy flashing eyes. Perfect for the Halloween season. We're almost into October here. Getting close, folks. It's also another great reason why I wanted to play The Binding of Isaac as we're getting close to the Halloween season. It's a little bit of a creepy game. I absolutely love it. It definitely does have some spooky vibes. Alright, so we found our item room and the shop. We're definitely going to want to use, get into both of those. We have 7 cents, so we'll at least be able to get the 5-cent item, and if we're lucky enough to get a half-priced item, take advantage of that as well. Now, I do only have 1 key, so we will be going into our item room first, and we're going to get Ouija boards. So we're going to get spectral tears that can fire through rocks, which is also really nice. It's not necessarily the damage upgrade that I was looking for, but I will take it. Allows us to kind of hide behind rocks with some enemies that are a little bit more stationary, and allow us to kind of avoid getting hit by them, because they cannot fire through rocks. That with Spectral Tears is actually going to work out real nice and kind of synergize there for us. So I can stand behind this mushroom and still fire through it without it stopping my shots. Gonna get a bomb out of this room. I will be on the lookout for another key. It would be nice to get into our shop and just see what's in there. I do have enough bombs to make this worth it. Or make this work, so I will give this a shot here. Gotta be careful around this rock. And we got a Joker card. Now, because we have a 33.8% deal with the devil chance, we are gonna... And there's our keys. We are gonna fight our boss first, before using that Joker card. If we don't get a deal with the devil from our boss fight, we'll pop that Joker card, see what we can get out of the deal with the devil there. Alright, and we are able to get a soul heart out of this room. And you know what? Let's throw these 3 cents into our dono machine. Might as well get that rolling. We're going to need to get that up to 100 and then more and more and more. There is an achievement for getting it to $9.99, so we will be working our way towards that as well as we continue to play through the save file. Don't have flight, so there's no way I can get to that chest currently. I would like to get rid of this mobile enemy first. There we go. Now I can kind of spend my time focusing on these guys. Alright. Take a gamble check for our super secret room here. Nope. Alright. I have one more bomb. We're going to go for it. Okay. Misread that. Honestly, those bombs would have been cool to have in here. We would have been able to get this fight over with quick. But Sci-Fly just killing it for us. Just getting rid of those fires as they spin towards us. Honestly, I'm becoming a pretty big fan of that item there. Pretty quickly. The fact that we can kind of just stand here, continue to do our damage, and not worry too much about getting hit by these flames. Obviously, still keeping an eye on them. Because I don't think Sci-Fly is guaranteed to hit everything. Like that barrage right there, but he's killing it for us so far. Looks like we're going to get out of this fight relatively unscathed. We didn't get a deal with the devil. We did get an HP up, so let's go check out. Alright, so we're definitely going to... Oh, we unlocked the Zazel. That'll be fun. We definitely are going to take the pack. That's a Tears Up and Damage Up. We unlock Lazarus as well. And I think I am going to take Little Horn. That's going to give us a tear effect there, that red tear effect, that if we hit an enemy with that, Bighorn, which is one of the bosses of the game, his hand's going to come up out of the ground and smack the absolute crap out of him. So, let's head on down to the next floor and keep on rolling. So definitely making our way up. We got a lot of HP, even though most of it is non-renewable HP. On top of that, though, having a Tears of Fire Rate upgrade from the Pact is going to increase our DPS. And there's Little Horn working. So I'm liking where our run's at. Between the homing shots, the damage upgrade that we got, having that tier effect, Sci-Fly just killing it on the defense. We're in a pretty good spot to easily make it through this run. Head on to Mom, unlock some more achievements, and then, yeah, just keep pushing forward in this save file. We did just get a free secret room unlock, which is great for us. Watch out for that. Pick up these keys, pick up these bombs, and let's see if there's a room down here. There is. Let's see what it is. I don't know what that item does. This is a boss trap room. You know what? I think we can do it. Let's see what we can do here. Sty is damage and range up. That's awesome for us. Obviously, always want more damage. And Little Horn just killing it for us here. Giving us that extra damage there. And we just destroyed one of his eyes. I didn't even know that was possible. I really, really like that. That's really good to know. That kind of honestly brings up the value of that item for me quite a bit. The fact that those eyes that honestly just create a little bit more... Alright, we took a hit there. Sci-Fly couldn't get all of them. But the fact that we can get rid of something that bounces around and just makes our navigation more difficult is huge. And honestly a real bonus to that item. It honestly makes me wonder if some of those turrets, those standstill turrets, can also be destroyed like that if we fire one of those shots at it. Definitely something that, if we do run into any of those turrets throughout this run, I'd definitely like to see if that does have an effect on them. Seems like it also kind of holds the enemies in place when it's a particular animation for that tier effect, like that one there when he pulls up and squishes them in one shot. I'm assuming that's only on enemies that can be killed by the damage that that item does in one shot. I find it probably isn't going to be something that can just shoot up in one shot any boss. We'll take it. Tears up. That's a good pill. This is why it's so hard for me to kind of, you know, avoid pills, because you just never know. I mean, you could, like we just did, come up with a Tears Up, which is just huge for us. Lucky Foot's going to give us +1 to luck. Luck isn't something that I've found has a insane effect on the game as you play through it, but it's worth it anyway. So, we'll just throw the rest of our money. I would like to take Mom's bracelet. We got the blue map unlocked by getting 10 cents in our donation machine. That's also a nice item to have. And going to show us the location of our item room shop. Any special rooms there for us. But Mom's bracelet, would like to pick that item up. But we didn't have the money anyway. And donating to our machine is going to unlock us more items for future runs. So it is kind of worth it to push for that as well. I'm really liking Sci-Fly and that defense that it plays. It's really kind of a useful utility item to have in your back pocket as you're kind of moving around. Those shots that might hit you because either... Okay, can't stop that, but... Those shots that might hit you if you just, you know, don't have the movement speed, especially because we are still at base movement speed, or just aren't quick enough to react to. Maybe you're having a slow day like I am, or had a rough day like I did. You just can't react in time. It'll kind of pick up the slack there for you. Would love to see. So I guess because we killed the particular piece of that body that got hit with our tear effect there, it didn't end up spawning. Didn't end up spawning. Bighorn. Let's... Okay, that's not worth it. I should have moved out faster than that. I wouldn't have taken double damage there. I wouldn't have taken a full heart's worth of damage, but... Only so much we can do there. So it seems like... For this fear effect here, I want to be looking in their direction, and kind of keeping a little bit of distance. It'll kind of stave them off for us. So there's our boss room. We have gotten our item. We have seen our shop. We've seen just about everything this floor has to offer, except those other two rooms. Let's take on our boss. This is going to be Gertie Jr. So boss, actually, I haven't... Alright, I have seen it, but I just don't have too much experience against it. Fast-moving, very mobile enemy, kind of bounces around the room. Took him out pretty quickly and only took half a heart damage. And we got Little Chubby unlocked. 72.5% deal with the double chance and it didn't come through for us. That's kind of a bummer. But we got some HP out of that, and we're in pretty decent shape. We got luck keys, so we got 2 extra keys there. And +1 to our luck stat. Let's move on down. Alright, so we have Kirsten right here. Let's check it out. Not going to be a great one for us. Maybe we'll get some HP at the end of this. Now we get a bomb. Let's see if we can't find a secret room off to the side here. Nope. No big deal. We'll take that second half-heart damage. And walk into a single room with a boss fight. Honestly, though, it's hard to consider this a boss fight. More of a mini-boss. And we do have the damage and the capabilities, especially with Spoonbender and all the other tier effects that we have, to kind of quickly close this room out and move on. We do have 1 bomb, so it's worth it to hit this. I don't know what Louse does, but we'll take it with us anyway. See what it does. We can get another bomb out of that room. One thing I do have to keep do a better job of keeping an eye out on is tinted rocks. I haven't really seen too many in this this run yet, but we know they're out there. Got to keep an eye out for them. You know what? Let's take a peek in here. What do we got? We have 8 keys. I'll do it. It's definitely worth it for us. We got a dime and we got a nickel plus some other various cents there, and we got our key back out of it. So honestly, didn't really cost us anything and only benefited us there. Definitely well worth it. And this room isn't going to be too difficult for us. See that hand twitching in the ground there. Alright, and we're out. Honestly, not too bad. Gambler's chance that this would be our secret room. No. Alright. Let's head on through here. Well, if I'd come into this room, I would know that that's not our secret room. Because that space up there is blocked by a poop, so it can't be. Let's take Fishtail. It's been a while. Can't 100% remember what this item does. Or what this trinket does, I should say. But we're going to take it. See if we can't get any use out of it. Our damage stat, although it's not massive, because our tears rate has gone up as high as it has, plus the tears effects that we do have, we're moving pretty quickly and doing a decent amount of damage. I'm pretty happy with where our stats are. And I'm hopeful that they will only get better as we continue to get items throughout the floors here. And Gimpy payout with a soul heart there, so even though we took damage, it won't be too negative for us, so that's super pleased to see that. Sometimes when you enter a room, you just want to stand still and not do anything. We'll take it. Pills have been good to us so far this run. Quick scan in this room, lots of rocks, no tinted rocks. Ah, this would be our chance to check and see. Although we do have... Oh, it does work. It will crush the turrets. So that's also something nice to know. If we're in a room where the, you know, the turrets are kind of causing us some issues, we can just fire that at it and crush that turret into dust. Get us in a better position. So there's our boss room. We're going to kind of backtrack here. We still haven't seen our item room. We do have plenty of keys, so we definitely want to see our item room. Definitely want to give that a shot and see what we can get out of it. Put my faith in Sci-Fly here. I think it can absolutely handle one tier every so often. I'm not a big fan of bonies. They tend to always get me. But the fact that Sci-Fly can actually take care of those for us is great for us. Guessing our item room has to be somewhere down here. Like this particular one. Get rid of that real quick. Make our lives so much easier. And that's going to be a tears up as well. I will absolutely take that tears up. Just gives us more DPS. You can see that our tier rate has increased to a degree there. Super happy about that. And that's why I take pills. We're going to get another fly item. Success Fan is basically just going to follow every move that we make. Literally just like the description. And we have plenty of money to come in and check this. Let's take Remote Detonator. We'll also take this pill. I Can See Forever is a great pill. Forever. So what this is going to do, our spacebar item is going to allow us to control when our bombs detonate. Wedge myself behind the donation machine here real quick. And we just upgraded our store to level 1, which means we are going to have one more option for item in all future stores. That's another good reason to donate to that machine, even though, obviously, we're losing some money there. In the long run, it'll benefit us. And we unlocked our secret room, which is going to have a greed fight for us here. Sci-Fly just doing work. Honestly, I know I keep bringing it up, but I'm pretty happy with that item. It really does do a good job. All right, you're gonna call me crazy. We're gonna backtrack. We're gonna go donate the rest of this cash that we just picked up to our donation machine. Continue to try to push that as quickly as possible to make shops even more worthwhile. We'll put in as much as it lets us, and it is gonna increase our luck. All right, so I think we got around 31 cents in there. We are going to have enough that any shop on the next floor will be able to at least buy the 5-cent item now, and I'm sure we'll pick up more coins on the way through. But getting that donation machine up quickly is definitely going to be worth it for us. And that was obviously our greed fight, so I don't know why I went and double checked that. Let's give this a shot, just because. You know what? It's got to be in here, right? I said it's got to be in here, right? Well, there's more money for us. So that's going to make our shops far more worthwhile on the next floor if we have a shop. You know what? Might as well use these bombs and our new item from the shop there. Really get this fight over quickly, and this item is Spirit of the Night, so it's going to give us some flight here, which is actually really nice for us. What is this? Ocular Rift. Ah, so this is going to give us a tier effect that opens up a rift that I'm assuming will suck enemies in. Now, I know I put us in a position where we now have no permanent HP, but with where our run's at, Sci-Fly kind of doing a lot of protection for us, and our damage being in a pretty good spot, I do feel comfortable. And we just got a 2 of Hearts to put us at 46 cents total. Our shop's definitely going to be worth it on the next floor. But the fact that we have what we do have, we are in a pretty solid position to do fairly well on this run, and I think that we can pull this win out even without any permanent HP. Let's head on down. Alright, so we have an arcade directly below us we'll go take a peek at. Gonna get a nickel out of it. We'll play these a little bit real quick. See if we can get anything useful. So the 3-skull Monty here is keeping us right around the same amount of money as we had, and we got Skatole, which means we became Lord of the Flies. Angry Fly appeared in the basement. So now, flies will love us, they won't attack us anymore, and we can fly again. Which we could fly already, so obviously just a joke, but it is going to make things a little bit easier for us here. As far as flies not aggroing us. For instance, let's say I destroy this poop here, those flies become ours. So any flies that exist in the room will become ours and will attack our enemies for us, doing 1.5 times damage to them. And there's Ocular Rift working to pull all the enemies in there. We are just in a great spot DPS-wise. We've gotten quite a few tiers ups. The effects that we have are great. We can shoot through things like this. Honestly, I'm really happy with the way this run's shaped up so far. Obviously, nothing can protect us from enemies like this except me playing well. But I do like Ocular Rift, sucking all the enemies into one location. You can kind of just keep dumping fire down on them. Check out what we got in our item room. Sinus Infection, Booger Tears. They're going to stick to enemies and do basically constant damage to them. We also unlocked Mysterious Egg. But as you can see, it's stuck to that enemy there and continued to do some poison passive damage for us. Oh, and these flies are our friend now because we have Skatole, so... Honestly, we're just in a good spot. I didn't expect to get Skatole out of that 3-skull Monty, but it definitely was worth it for us. Let's check out our shop here. I don't know what this item is. Extra Kirstrums. Okay. So that's really... I mean, that's nothing wild, but it is on our last floor after all. But, good to know what that item is for the future. I wonder... Will that affect these? It doesn't seem like it. Alright. Mom fight, here we come. Okay. We're going to get Consolation Prize. It's going to give us +1 to our lowest stat, which is range, unfortunately. But we're going to come out with the win here fairly easily. We had the Tears effect for it.
His mother,
let's watch the cutscene.
The desire to serve her God was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
Alright, so we unlocked the Womb. Challenge 20 Purist. Challenge 21 XXXXXL. Challenge number 22, Speed. Challenge number 25, Have a Heart. Challenge number 28, Pride Day. Challenge number 30, The Guardian. Challenge number 32, April Fools. We unlock the Harbingers, the 4 Horsemen. We unlock Cube of Meat and Ball of Bandages. Tons of unlock there. Obviously, beat Mom. Got this file started off right. Still no post-it note fill out. That's okay, though. Because... we got all of those, unlocks here. It's going to make our next runs a little bit more fun. We got quite a few unlocks throughout that run. And honestly, what a great run. Obviously, nothing super crazy as far as synergies. Although, Little Horn and, what was it? Ocular Rift. worked together really well by sucking all the enemies into one location, so we could just keep hitting them and have that bighorn hand come down and crush the enemies into dust. But honestly, another fun run. Really enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it as well, please hit that like button. If you want to see more in the future, definitely subscribe. Honestly, I'd really love to have you guys subscribe and see some more of my content. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.